to realize that it's a part of the treatment. It's a side effect because when your caregiver doesn't see you behaving normal, like why is he forgetting this simple thing? They find it difficult to understand that. So they need to know that chemo brain really exists, and that's a part of the that's because of the treatment and the side effects of the treatment. So we thought that we should get this highlighted and we should talk about it, so people are aware of uh, things that are there really true. So chemo brain, or the people call it foggy brain, it's true. It's because of the damage caused because of the treatment. Yeah. So I'm not an expert again. I'm not a medical expert, but from what I know and what I read, I definitely would like to share that, and maybe people from
Definitely. No, we
who
all,
are listening.
yeah. No, we all have gone through the journey and would love to share.
Yeah, they can share their.
Yeah, right. And what helps them, what helps you in this journey when you were having this. So, as you said, chemo brain is cognitive changes in the body, in the brain. And the cognitive changes refer to the changes in your memory, concentration, and the ability to be able to think clearly. And I've seen these side effects. Even when Nitesh was taking chemotherapy, he has taken more than 30 cycles of chemotherapy at that time. And these changes are also sometimes called chemo brain or chemo fog because they were originally thought to be due to chemotherapy, but they could be due to a variety of reasons, including cancer treatment and the cancer itself. So thanks, Mehul, for introducing the topic chemo brain, and would like to hear from everyone else as well who have experienced chemo brain. And अगर आपको कोई चीज़ है जो आपको हेल्प की है, प्लीज शेयर दैट सो दैट बाकी लोगों को भी उससे हेल्प मिले. So so Mehul, starting with you, can you please share like when you experience chemo brain, आपको पहली बार तो how did you realize and accept that it is chemo brain, and when you found out about that, what did you do?
Yeah, so I didn't know about it first when my treatment. So there were many things together, like got tinnitus. I started losing weight. Um, there were many physical changes in my body that were new to me, that had never happened to me before. So I did not actually realize that I'm losing memory first. Then my wife, who was my caregiver, she kind of she used to go to work while I used to be at home, and then like simple things like I've kept the key at this place, or I've kept this note at this place, and I used to forget it in like a couple of hours, and she used to get mad at me like, I just told you about it, and then I think, yeah, how can I forget such things? And then started repeating. One fine day I forgot my house. Like I knew I stay here somewhere in this lane, but I really don't know which building I'm staying in. So, and that scared me. And then I saw one gentleman who was my neighbor walking by, and I walked behind him because I knew that he will go to his house, and I might know, okay, this is my building. So I walked behind him and I reached my house, and I told my wife, I'm not going out again. I might not come back. So, but fortunately we have a phone and all. But what if I forget the phone number? So that is when we spoke to our doctor that this is new. That is it something that maybe there's a relapse in the brain or something like that. So that was the scare. And then he told about the chemo brain. He said this is this happens to almost like 70% of the patients who go through chemotherapy, and it's normal. You will get better out of when you're out of treatment. So yeah, I think I'm better. My wife does not think I'm still better because I still keep forgetting things. But there were many such small instances that kept happening, and people don't realize, because I from what I understand, people don't talk about chemo brain. I think there should be an expectation set before the treatment that this might happen to you, so they're ready for that. They don't take it as a shock कि आप ये चीजें भूलने लगोगे और ये पार्ट ऑफ द ट्रीटमेंट है, आप ठीक हो जाओगे इसके बाद. So even the caregivers, basically more than the patient itself, the caregiver is more worried because why is he, उसको पता नहीं कि क्या हो रहा है, ये क्यों चीजें भूल रहा है, is there something new, they go into a panic mode. And then simple things like forgetting names, forgetting phone numbers, forgetting dates. ये सब basic चीजें when you start forgetting, then it's something to be scared of. People get scared of, and
Right.
so it has to be talked about, the chemo brain. It is real, and people should know about it.
Very well said. In fact, when it happened with Nitesh, I did not realize. I mean, I did not know honestly in that entire journey, like most of the journey, that there is something called chemo brain, and we need to take care of it, or we can do many things to take care of it. So there will be times when we'll forget things, and I'll be like, "यार अभी तो बताया था ये चीज तब से रखी हुई है, आपने अभी तक ली नहीं क्या?" Many other things. So to all the caregivers, yes, it happens when somebody is taking chemotherapy or the cancer is in the brain. So but what can we do to manage chemo brain is something we are going to discuss today. I would like to hear from everyone, and then I will share some tips which will help in managing chemo brain, and what are the simple tips which we can do, some activities and some tips which we can inculcate in our everyday lifestyle that will help us in navigating through this. So would like to hear from Divya. Divya, have you experienced this?
Yes, and that's why me and Mehulji discuss about it.
Okay.
So during my treatment, I didn't know कि chemo brain पे कुछ होता है, but मैं बहुत कुछ उल्टा बोलती थी उस टाइम. Like मुझे अगर पैर में दर्द है तो मैं बोलती मुझे हाथ में दर्द हो रहा है. And at the same time I know कि मैं गलत बोल रही हूँ. But मैं जब बोलना चाहती तो मुंह से correct words निकलते. So that was really frustrating for me. एंड आई डिडंट न्यू कि ऐसा कुछ है, और मैंने डॉक्टर से कभी पूछा भी नहीं, बिकॉज मुझे याद रहता कि मुझे डॉक्टर से ये चीज पूछनी है, बट जब मैं डॉक्टर के पास जाती तो मैं भूल जाती मुझे क्या पूछना है. सो इसी बात में मुझे राजेंद्र सर की बात अच्छी लगती है चीज कि आप डॉक्टर के पास जाओ या डॉक्टर आपके पास आए उससे पहले आप है ना नोट्स बना के रखो क्वेश्चंस के आपके. सो दैट इज व्हाट आई रियलाइज कि ये आपको बहुत छोटी सी चीजें बता बट आपको बहुत हेल्प करती है. और मैं ऐसी थी कि आई वॉज वेरी प्राउड ऑफ माई मेमोरी. आई यूज टू रिमेम्बर 15 to 20 कॉन्टेक्ट नंबर्स. आप बस नाम लो और मैं नंबर्स बता दूंगी. और अब ऐसा है कि मैं सिर्फ जब अपना नंबर बताती हूँ तो 2 बार सोचती हूँ कि मैं सही नंबर तो दे रही हूँ ना. और आप मुझे अपना बर्थ डेट एक बार बता दोगे, मुझे हमेशा के लिए याद रह जाता है वो. लाइक मुझे घर में सब है ना कैलेंडर बोलते थे पहले. इसको बस सारे डेट सब कुछ याद रहता है. बट नाउ आई जस्ट मुझे कुछ याद नहीं रहता कि मैंने थोड़े टाइम पहले क्या बोला. अभी भी आप मुझसे लगातार चैट करोगे तो आपको रियलाइज होगा कि मैं बहुत सी बार चैटिंग करते हुए भी जो मेन वर्ड होता है मैं बीच में नहीं लिखती हूँ. आई जस्ट ईट वर्ड्स ड्यूरिंग राइटिंग और स्पीकिंग. सो बहुत मैंने सुना है कि
many stories, and you have never written any word, I'm sure.
That is why I have kept articles with me for 2-3 days. मैं उनको वापस पढ़ती हूँ, उसके बाद फिर आगे भेजती हूँ.
Is why. Okay.
Yeah.
No, but you do remember who is who in when you see the video. अच्छा ये तो वो है, अच्छा ये इसका वीडियो, अच्छा ये उसका. How do you remember all of that then?
Yeah, fortunately इतना मुझे याद रह जाता है names वगैरह सब. पर हाँ कॉन्टेक्ट नंबर अभी भी नहीं रहता है. मैंने जब डॉक्टर से पूछा कि आपने ट्रीटमेंट के टाइम नहीं बताया ऐसा कुछ होता है, तो बोले कि हम पेशेंट्स को नहीं बताते ताकि वो डर नहीं जाए. बट ठीक है, उनका पॉइंट भी सही है. बट अगर पेशेंट्स को ऑलरेडी पता हो कि ऐसा होता है तो वो इतना फ्रस्ट्रेटेड नहीं रहेंगे कि ओके ये चीज कीमो ब्रेन है और आपको पता है क्या हो रहा है आपके साथ.
राइट, एटलीस्ट केयरगिवर को पता होना भी बहुत जरूरी है, बिकॉज कुछ मिस कर रहे हैं तो केयरगिवर बहुत फ्रस्ट्रेट हो जाते हैं कि बट उनको पता ही नहीं है कि कीमो ब्रेन है. तो अगर डॉक्टर पेशेंट और केयरगिवर को भी बता दे तो भी बहुत हेल्प हो जाएगी. राइट. ओके, थैंक यू. आई विल रिक्वेस्ट विकास जी, would you like to share, have you experienced chemo brain?
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
As what Divya was sharing that phone numbers, yes, I also forget, and at times my son and my wife and my daughter, all my caregivers, they tell me to take a medicine, and I said, okay, I'll just take it. And within 2 minutes, I'll forget that somebody has reminded me to take my medicine. Like there's one medicine, Livipil, which I have to take twice daily, morning after breakfast and evening after dinner. So my son now he has bought a small container which a medicine organizer basically, which has got markings for morning, afternoon, evening, night, and for every day, Sunday to Sunday. So he will, on every Sunday in the evening, his responsibility to keep all my medicines for the next week in that medicine organizer. So he now thereafter he expects that I should be able to take my medicines all by myself, but I still forget. And then he will, but what he does is to doubly ensure it. He will come and ask me, Papa, dawai le liya? So then I'll say, no, not yet. Then he will hand over that medicine to me in my hand. And initially it used to happen now, but now since I've got into that cycle of taking medicines, I would take the medicine from him, keep it in my hand, and start watching TV or doing something else, and I'll forget that I have to take medicine. And the medicine would be in my other hand. The tablet would be in my one hand. Second is that is one about my medicines part. Secondly is about what I've read. Like initially, it used to be that any message that has come on to WhatsApp or any chats, just browse through it and it would remember, okay, somebody has sent this message. No, initially I used to forget that, okay, there's a session at 5 o'clock in the evening on Sunday evening. Now I kept an alarm on Sunday evening at 5 minutes to 5, so that I don't miss the session. So if
I was ensure that I send message just before 5 p.m.
Yeah, at times the message has come, so I've forgotten it. And in case I'm not at home, so then I'll miss out that. That's why at times I've sent a message, okay, can you please send me the recordings of that session? But now I've kept. So that's how I'm trying to organize myself, keeping alarms. My caregivers are helping me out to send me a reminder. So that's how I'm trying to cope up with that forgetfulness that is coming in.
Wow.
So that my advice to everybody is that, okay, keep an alarm, make a notebook, or when the doctor is telling you something, quietly open the recording of your mobile so that you can record whatever the conversation is happening with the doctor, so that you can hear it, and also you can make your caregivers hear it, so that exactly what did the doctor say, okay, what can happen, what will happen, or what precautions I have to take. So everybody's on the same page, and my wife and my other caregivers, they know about it. Okay, this is the advice given by the doctor. So slowly, I keep doing the recordings, and then after some time, once that things are over, delete the recording so that the space is not occupied on the mobile phone unnecessarily. So that's how one needs to learn to organize himself or herself to keep tab of the things and move on in life.
Yeah, true, very true.
That's all.
Great tips you shared, which will definitely help others in managing their own log or their own, things which they need to remember. And some treatment which also helps with chemo brain is cognitive rehabilitation. So one of my aunt in US, she is acute neuro rehab therapist. I'll also share her video with all of you. So she's a part of prehab and rehab, where people either they have brain disorder or maybe cancer or accident cases where the major damages happen. So she helps those people in coming out of it, and how they can go back to their normal lifestyle. So, and I have seen many examples of her patients who have recovered from that. So rehab therapy definitely helps, and it includes activities to improve brain functions, such as learning how the brain works and ways to take in new information and performing new tasks, doing some activities over and over that becomes harder with time, and using tools to help stay organized, such as planners or diaries like the one you shared. Exercise also helps improve thinking and ability to focus. Activities such as gardening, caring for pets, or walking, it improves your attention and concentration levels. The more you work on your brain, the more it helps you in improving it. And the last not the least is meditation. It helps improve brain function by increasing your focus and awareness. So that's one of the things which even all of us, we try to do it all the time, and some of us are successful, some of us are not still there in reaching the state of meditation. But it really helps in sharpening your mind, and all those bad thoughts or the thoughts which are not so useful, how can we remain aware of the things which we really want to focus on. So cognitive rehab or exercise or meditation really helps when we are facing these things. So thank you for sharing. And I'm going to ask Atulji. Yeah. So when you were going to the treatment, did you get chemo fog?
I can't say exactly because I had been through only 3 chemotherapy cycles. But after the session started, I was just thinking like, did it happen with me or is it happening with me right now? So what I can recollect is maybe it is not due to the chemotherapy, but maybe it is because of the cancer that I have this thing now coming up that I forget the names because I can't remember the names very easily. It is a very easy tendency to forget the names. The people I have met, I don't remember the names. Even recently or like lately, I haven't met. I don't remember the names. So that's a very very difficult thing for me to recollect the name when I meet someone again. So that's the problem that I face. Other than that, yes, phone numbers also before like we used to write the names and all the numbers, so I used to remember. But nowadays, because of this mobile phone, all the phone numbers are on this thing, so
Right.
I forget the phone numbers as well.
Right.
But having said that, I also have like these techniques, you can say. So one thing is that I make a list of all the things that I have to do in a day, and also a weekly list and a monthly list. So I go through it every day, and then I do the things according to my list. So I usually don't forget to do the things that I have to do. And the other thing is like, I keep the things at one place. Suppose I have to go to the office, so all the things that I have to carry for my office, I keep at one place. Maybe it is a watch or the car keys or a pen or my notes or office bag. So if everything is at one place, then you don't tend to forget. Like sometimes you forget the car keys or the house keys or whatever. So that is another technique that I think or every one of us can use to overcome these things of forgetting the things. So yeah, I think that is pretty much about it. Yeah.
I don't have chemo brain, but I still forget things, so I don't know what to call that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So without chemotherapy, having chemo brain. Yeah. I was thinking, oh my god, all these symptoms I also have.
Maybe that is in general. I don't know whether it is because of chemo or cancer or without that also.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'm aging.
So you don't have an excuse. We the cancer people have excuse. Like we have a chemo, so you हमको माफी है, आपको नहीं है.
Yeah.
So some of the symptoms or the experience of chemo brain, forgetting things that easily that they usually have no trouble remembering, or trouble in concentration, trouble remembering details like names, dates, and larger events, trouble doing multitasking, like answering the phone while cooking or losing the track of time, trouble in learning new things, and taking longer to finish things, maybe slower thinking or unorganized or disorganized, and the trouble remembering common words. So like Divya said, I'm not able to find the right words. So जो भी आप लोगों ने सबने share किया, that's what I'm reading here. So I think yeah, but yeah, there are many things which we can do to get over it. And I think जो आप लोग कर रहे हैं, I will also start doing that for sure. Yeah. So Mehul,
One thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sorry. One thing I would like to add here is like, as you were saying, that we start taking more time in finishing a task, than what we were taking before. So that happened to me also after I was after I underwent my treatment. But then after that, I did my SSY course. So I started meditation. So meditation helps a lot in concentrating on your task. And what I used to do, like I used to go to the office, say for 4 hours or so. So in those 4 hours, I was not able to finish all the tasks what I had to do in a day. But after I started the meditation, I could finish those tasks in say 2 hours or so, like less than half the time. And then still I had time to organize and the things that I have to do the next day. So meditation really helps in organizing the things and doing it faster because you become more focused on doing the things. So that is my real experience, and I think, I don't know, other people must also be having this type of experience. And if they don't have, they can definitely try it. If it had worked for me, it might work for them as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Great. Meditation does save time also. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. So, a few examples. What causes chemo brain? It can be cancer also. Not necessarily always chemotherapy. It can be brain tumor also. And sometimes there are steroids or anti-nausea or pain medicines that also cause that. Or other conditions or illnesses such as diabetes or high blood pressure also cause that. And people who have tiredness or pain or sleep problems. So all these things, they develop chemo brain or worsening brain function problems. Older age, that we all know, and hormonal changes, hormone treatment, nutritional deficiencies, and alcohol, other substance that can change your mental state. So, or it can be emotional distress such as depression or anxiety. So all these things can also cause that. But yes, the solution to all of these problems is what, as you all shared, some examples, some tips, and some exercise, meditation, rehab, consciously trying to change things. Consciously, maybe like you said, keeping the diary, or doing activities outside, or activities which helps you in focusing. Like if you have a kid with you, you have a pet with you, you cannot just lose them free. You need to focus on them, that they're doing okay. So all these things helps us in being more aware. And that's how we do. So we do exercise for our body, but how do we really exercise our mind, our brain? And that's what helps in chemo brain. So thank you for sharing that. So Mehul, asking you this, when you experienced this, what are things you did which helped you in navigating through it?
Yeah, so as most of the things that Vikas and Atulji did say, I followed the same. I started making notes in my cell phone, like I have a notepad, even for simple things like going to the market to get the groceries and all. So actually, I tried meditation, but I am always unsuccessful. I'll keep trying that, but many of them did get advantage because of meditating and focusing. There are some games uh, to improve the memory games that you can play on the cell phone with your. There are many things that you can download, and that really helps you. Like
Puzzles.
I forgot the name of the game I used to play. You click on a picture, and then after it vanishes, and then again you have to find it out. Like, okay, which one? So kind of that was a good game to pinch your brain. So I did those things and basically just make a notepad and organize things like, okay, um, these are the things I need to do today. So I'll just keep them at one place like Atulji, and uh, I have notes everywhere. Even like today, I'm so used to having a notepad or a cell phone that I have to write it down. And I don't know if my chemo brain is gone, but I'm so dependent on it now. And that's not good because you should use your brain when you have one. But yeah, so I did make a note of a few things before this session. I would like to read them out that, that I found helpful. Like to begin with, chemo brain is a common term used by cancer survivors to describe thinking and memory problems that can occur during and after the cancer treatment. Chemo brain also can be called chemo fog or cancer related cognitive impairment or cognitive dysfunctions. So, after chemotherapy, as many as 65% of patients report memory lapses, difficulty concentrating and taking longer time to complete tasks, and difficulty most in multitasking. And the symptoms are like being disorganized, confusion, difficulty concentrating, finding the right words, learning new skills, multitasking, and feeling of mental fogging, and then a short-term memory loss kind of thing, and taking longer times to do a routine task, trouble remembering conversations like, medical kya baat ki thi, I forgot, and as Divya said, we forget words when we are talking. And then the causes, from what I read, were the studies show that uh, during the as the tumor develops, the body's immune system responds by releasing certain types of proteins and that inhibit the cancer's development. Researchers discovered that the body's reaction causes inflammation in the brain's nervous system, which impacts the function of the brain. Chemotherapy has found to limit the production of new brain cells in the region responsible for memory function. I think some chemicals in the chemo, which may lead to memory loss. And the combination of the tumor growth and chemotherapy may cause temporary reduction in cell growth in the brain areas that control the learning and memory functions. And chemotherapy drugs are able to get through the blood-brain barrier. As I don't know, I think I've said that earlier, that our brain is floating in a fluid, and the chemo sometimes it's able to get into it. And even the cancer cells, if they go into that, they pass the blood-brain barrier. There is a usual relapse in the brain, because that is the safest part in the human body that avoids the chemicals and all go through it. And then it happens due to surgery and radiations and to the brain as well. How long does it last? For some patients, chemobrain improves within 9 to 12 months after completing chemotherapy, but many people still have symptoms after that. What can I do to reduce symptoms of chemotherapy, like regular exercise, treatment for any depression, anxiety, and sleep problems? Cognitive treatments, including brain games that naturally train your brain, are significantly more effective than medications treating chemotherapy. And what to do is write a to-do list, keep a detailed calendar of appointments and other important dates, leave notes around the house to remind yourself to do things. Track your medication and use weekly pill box, as Vikash is doing, and lay out everything you need for the day the night before. Use your phone to set reminders, avoid multitasking, and focus on what the one thing at a time, and ask for help. If you think that this is not usual, you have to reach out to your doctor or your caregiver, or you think anyone can help you. That is most important. From my experience, I would say you should not drive when you are experiencing some symptoms of chemobrain, because it happened to me. My reflexes got very slow. Like if I had to take a left, my brain is thinking that I need to take a left, but my hand is not moving. So that could be dangerous. So you should avoid doing any things that might hurt you when your reflexes, like working on a machine or driving a car or something like that. So that is something we should take seriously.
Great, thank you. You said ask the doctor, so let's ask Dr. Anu Arora. Dr. Anu, you're there? Yes. Dr. Anu? Okay. Wow. Early dinner. Not able to hear you, sorry.
Now you hear me?
Yes. Yeah. Sorry to disturb you. You are having dinner.
No, it is late lunch. It is not.
Okay.
I've come for a wedding. I've come for a wedding. खाया ही नहीं तो अभी खा रही हूँ. शादी में जाना है बाद में.
Okay.
I'm in Kolkata.
All right.
अरे आप उल्टा कर रहे हैं अनुजी. मैं तो शादी में जाना होता तो 2 दिन खाना नहीं खाता. मतलब वहाँ पे दबा के
ज्यादा खाना अलाउड नहीं है ना. ज्यादा नहीं खाना है ना इसके लिए. जाके मुझे मिठाई खानी है. कोलकाता है ना, संदेश खाना है.
Rasgulla.
क्या पूछ रही थी डिम्पल? What were you asking me?
We're talking about chemobrain. So Mehul was saying that speak to a doctor. So I thought of speaking to you about that. So you're talking about chemobrain people experience while they're going through chemotherapy. So what would you like to share on that?
Yeah, the fogging and all occurs, but then I am not the right person because chemo का effects में मैंने बहुत ज़्यादा देखे नहीं है. So basically chemo when the fogging जो होता है, that is because of all the medication that they take. And the outcome जो भी मैंने अभी बीच में से जब join किया था वो सुना meditation and whatever list that is what is already taught to them. And I think they, because they have suffered, they give a better feedback on what they were taught, whether it was effective or not effective. So I would say it really helps them. But the brain power comes back once the chemo stops. So basically, you have to make them understand that please accept that this is for the time being. It is not lifelong that you are going to suffer. Unless it is brain mets, then it is totally different part. Whatever fogging occurs for other type of tissues, then it will come back. So that is not a problem. So basic is the acceptance and meditation. जो हम लोग बात करते हैं, it is very easy to say please meditate. To have that proper thing like meditation is very difficult. It takes years to understand the meditation. So it's easy to say आप लोग meditation करो आप ठीक हो जाओगे. Like we say believe in yourself and you will be all right. Saying is difficult, doing is more difficult. And meditation जब तक आपको कोई सिखाने वाला अच्छा नहीं मिलता है और you understand yourself better, then only it will go ahead. Because to learn meditation is not easy. Same is for exercise and same is for chemofogging. It will help them once they accept the fact that this is because of the chemo, and like how the oncologist and the oncopsychologists also help this just because they teach them what they should do, because this is a new field, oncopsychology.
Yeah.
And if they teach you how it can be tackled, if they come out better of it. And understanding, accepting and working on what they are taught is what helps them more than somebody saying कि तुम ऐसा करो तुम सही हो जाओगे. And अभी तो ये बहुत आ रहा है. Oncocycologists they help big way. ये सब अभी शुरू हुआ, तभी तो कुछ हुआ ही नहीं करता था.
Right.
So very helpful. And blood-brain barrier को जो cross करता है drugs, there are very few which crosses the blood-brain barrier, but that causes more of fogging because they are not supposed to cross the brain and it goes to the brain. So the metabolism will take some more time.
Okay.
Unless it is brain metastasis, then it is totally different. Then acceptance nahi hota, we can lose the patient. So that is it.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Wait. Pranabji, are you there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good afternoon to all.
Good afternoon.
And today there is a new thing which has been penetrating to my brain. That it is a new aspect, that brain, chemo brain or chemo fog, and forgetting. And what Mehul ji, because he told, it is okay. And what Dr. Onu just now told, that due to medication, it happens. And until it is met state, brain metastatic. So if it is not brain metastatic, it will not last long. So far, I am not a medical person, but I believe so. And in this case, it was not before, while my missus was taking chemo. My wife was taking chemo, it didn't appear. Or she didn't complain anything regarding that. Normally in the last stage, at the last stage, it happens in a vegetative state. But this was not seen to me. I didn't know. Today, I am interested to know actually. So thank you, Dimple, and thank you, Dibba, and thank you, Mehul, and thank you, Otulji, because all the team member of Jain Onco.
Thank you, Pranabji. Wanted to ask you, Pranabji, when you work with palliative care patients and they experience it a lot, so what care can be provided to them when they are in that phase?
Yeah. Actually, I think the patients that stage should be given companion is there, and involvement. Involvement means somehow brain must work, either listening to music or having chat. Or one thing I must say, that we the counselors should penetrate him regarding the past events, that is childhood or college life or university life. whether they can remember that or they can cultivate. So in this way, if it is in a chatting form, the brain will work. So brain will not be paralyzed actually in that way. Paralyzed means not that in the medical term. In this way, they should be made active in some way, mentally, and that boosting will be there. Somehow it varies from person to person. It is not rigid. It varies from person to person. It is different from one person to another, one person to other, and it depends on the family structure also. The structure of the family, their economic status, all these things. Because so far I have seen many patients are very, very poor economic status. So even they don't have afford one-time meal also. It is they are such patients. So this depends on the economic status, depends on the education, depends on the attitude, behavioral attitude, all these things.
Right. Thank you.
Am I clear?
Yeah.
Am I clear?
Definitely. Yeah, and everybody is wishing you a belated happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
It is a special gift. It is a special gift to me.
It's a gift to us also.
From you all. And now, yeah, you know, Dimple ji, yesterday, the 74th birthday, I will never forget this 74th birthday, because yesterday it was a very busy schedule. Everybody wishing. In the evening, one of my close, not relative friends, they have arranged, surprisingly. I didn't know what they were doing. So this 74th birthday I can't forget, and being associated with you all means you, Pallium India, Patients Engage, or all these things. So Caregiver Sathi. So this is a gift to me, I believe.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you so much. Yeah. So
today on the Rose Day, we give you a virtual rose. जरूरी तो नहीं है कि किसी प्यार करने वाले को ही रोज देना चाहिए. एक रोज हमारे प्यारे दोस्तों के लिए भी.
Okay.
Rose Day है आज.
Thank you. Yeah. Happy Rose Day. Thank you.
Thank you for reminding that it's Rose Day.
Virtual Rose तो दे सकते हैं ना हम.
Yeah.
Small friend Rose Day celebration.
Yeah, thank you. Happy Rose Day, everyone. Great. So, thank you, Pranabji, for sharing.
And it is great that I have seen Onuji, Dr. Onu, after a long time. Yeah. It is great to me.
Yeah. Thank you. So, Divya, coming back to you, when you were experiencing it, you have written it in your diary also. मैं आपके कुछ नोट्स पढ़ रही थी, वहाँ पे आपने कीमो ब्रेन के बारे में लिखा है. So, do you said you are still experiencing it, right? Has it improved?
I think so. Like पहले जितना तो नहीं है अब, but yeah, थोड़ा.
And do you do all the activities consciously? कि हाँ मुझे इसको ठीक करना है इसके लिए, or it is just a part of your habit now?
It's just a part of my habit now. Okay. And forgetting things is like habitual to me. That is also habitual to me. Okay, I forget things, but I don't have to deal with that. Others have to deal with that. I am okay with that. Like yesterday only, I was supposed to make coffee, and then beach mein, I was talking to my cousin. And I was like, मुझे समझ नहीं आ रहा मैं करूँ क्या, because that was multitasking, talking on phone and making coffee. So I was just completely lost and said, no, let's just first talk on call and then make coffee.
Oh, I would have
said that's still a hard part.
First and then I will call you. Okay. Thank you for sharing that.
And sometimes like I am in the room for some work, मैं जाके बस खड़ी हो जाऊंगी and I'm lost कि मुझे करना क्या है. Okay. So I am just fortunate कि मैंने ऐसी कोई गड़बड़ आपके साथ काम करते हुए नहीं की. That's good.
Because so when we were making this World Cancer Day 2021 video, the hope के लिए हमने जो बनाई थी, there is always hope. And thank you all of you for contributing in that video. So when I was making that, so I asked colleague Amal that can you please write in the series कि 80 to 100 people are there in the video, तो किसका नाम कब आ रहा है? And he was like कि okay, मैं कुछ लोगों को जानता हूँ and others I still have to map the names. And then after 1 hour he said it's done. I was like, how it's done? I called Divya. So I'm like, okay. So I don't think so you have chemo brain, but okay. Yeah. And he was like, अरे उसको सबका सब कुछ पता है, मैं call करता हूँ. And when he was telling me that I will call Divya, I was like, I don't think so. But okay, try your luck. But after a while, I was like, okay, it's done. So,
like, fortunately, अभी तक मैं किसी का नाम नहीं भूली हूँ, जिनसे मैंने बात किया, जिनको भी देखा है. अमल भाई is like, आपको सबका नाम पता है? ऐसे कैसे?
Yeah. So, and one of the other thing with home remedies, what we can do is flex seeds. I was just reading a research paper that says that flex seeds helps with the chemo brain. It's a very healthy seed to have. So, एक वो चीज हम कर सकते हैं. There's another therapy. So I've just shared a small para from a research paper by Dr. Dwight Mackey, who is a integrative oncologist, MD. So he says that he has done a research where biofeedback therapy hai, it's nothing but a mind-body technique that involves using visual or auditory feedback to gain control over bodily functions such as blood flow, blood pressure and heart rate. तो हम लोग कैसे माइंड को यूज करके फिजियोलॉजिकल चेंजेस ला सकते हैं बॉडी में, साइकोलॉजी को यूज करके फिजियोलॉजिकल चेंजेस लाना, दैट इज बायोफीडबैक. सो इट इज अ प्रोसेस ऑफ गेनिंग ग्रेटर अवेयरनेस. तो जो मेडिटेशन नहीं कर सकते वो बायोफीडबैक कर सकते हैं. सो इट्स अ प्रोसेस ऑफ गेनिंग ग्रेटर अवेयरनेस ऑफ मेनी फिजियोलॉजिकल फंक्शंस ऑफ वंस ओन बॉडी. And commercially by using electronic or other instrument, I have tried this. It's very simple to do with the goal of being able to manipulate the body system at will. So उससे आप अपना, but of course it has to be done with the expert. I have learned it with an expert. So it's a simple technique. एक बार आपने सीख लिया तो घर पे भी कर सकते हैं. And so you use with this technique, you are able to have better control on the physiological functions changes. And that's how it helps in improving. But yes, I think meditation would be easier than this. Yeah. So great. Teasing of brain is good. Rajendra ji, welcome. Please help us in understanding how can we tease the brain.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Could you listen to me?
Yes, we can see you, but we can hear you.
Yeah.
Great.
See, teasing of brain is very important, and it gives good strength to your brain. Especially, I told you earlier also, after 35 years of age, every day, thousands of your neurons, brain neurons are getting destroyed, which cannot be real. What you are saying about this flaxseed, yes, that is all good. Flaxseed, then walnut. And I also used to take fish oil capsule, which contains omega. So this all helped me a lot. But the more help came, meditation is definitely one thing. But teasing of brain, that is what I was doing Sudoku. So that brain was working very much. Even today, I do expert Sudoku. Most difficult Sudoku I try to do. Then reading. Because reading also involves lot many organs of your brain. Your brain will go on thinking, and especially I was reading a very philosophical book. Probably Osho, everyone must have read. If you read Osho, it is very difficult to comprehend what he is to say. But so logical, I have not seen any other author logical like Osho. And his two books I read during my chemo. One is मैं मृत्यु सिखाता हूँ,
and another one is Krishna Smurti. Both books are excellent. The logic he has given in the book, so you go on thinking about what he is saying, so your brain is getting sharpened. And I never have felt any fogging during my chemo. I had taken chemo for about 4 months, 8 chemo. And another important thing which I was doing, I was reading astronomy during that time, a very big, nice book published by some London author. And coming home, I used to see sky and seeing through binocular all the constellation. So see, this is a way how you tease your brain. So when you tease your brain become more active and your fogging part will go away. Definitely physiologically everybody, because the medicine is such a toxic medicine, your brain will be affected adversely. But if you do all these things, counter these things, that will help you a lot, very a lot. And again, I tell you, sleep also is very important. If you do not sleep 7 to 8 hours in a day, your brain will be affected. So sleep, because what happens, we always worry what will happen, and we don't get the sleep. Why this happened to me? That also will stop your sleep. So you don't get sleep. So you forget about everything and do something. So that is what I told you. I call some of my friends and they will sing for me. Some song they will sing in 3 hours, nothing happens. Your brain becomes absolutely away. Now today what I am doing, I am telling you, I have done another one new experiment. Just for your information. See, I am 66. Recently, I appeared for an examination to evaluate final CA paper. I am a science student. And I got selected. And recently, they were having a November examination. I have evaluated 500 papers of final CA, though I am a science student. So when you go through the paper, see, your brain becomes so active and you become so interested. All my friends say, how you like it? I said, but just I like it. And my entire day, 10 hours, I evaluate the paper. I learned many new things while evaluating the paper, because the student, how they write. There are a student who gets 0 mark. 32 pages one student has written and he got 0 mark. So I am surprised that 32 pages, what type of thing he has written that he got 0 mark. So my head examiner say that this is not good. So he has given 1 mark. He found out one point where he could give 1 mark, while I could not find one. So these are all interesting things which gives a very good incentive to your brain. So something new always you should do. And especially after cancer, if you do something new every day, I'll tell you, your brain will become more active. My doctor friend says that you have superb memory, because about 5 years, what happened, I remember every day. And I have found a different way how to remember a memory. Suppose I have to, like that lymph node, I was not able to remember. Anytime something happened, I was not able to get lymph node. So I say, now I'll have to find out some way, how can I understand lymph node? So immediately I remember the Anand picture. In the Anand picture, the Rajesh Khanna says what happened to lymphosurfona of the intestine, something like that he is talking. So that particular word I remember. So whenever I forget this word, I remember that lympho, then I say, yes, it is lymph node. So this way I correlate and my memory becomes sharpened. Any damn word if I forget, I always say I'll correlate with something funny, something new or something known. And my mind becomes very sharp. So these are various ways. Each one has to design his own way, how you can be away from the foggy mind, how your mind can become very active, energetic, enthusiastic. These are all the things, traits you have to develop. And unless you develop yourself, nobody is going to help you. You have to do something new, something differently you see. That is what sometimes I count from 100 to 1 at night. If I don't get sleep, so I say 199, 98, 97, 90. So I'll give my brain a different exercise. Because normally 1 to 100 is very easy, but 100 to 1 you count, so your mind becomes active. So something new or other I give to my brain, and my brain remains active, energetic, enthusiastic, and happy also. Because to be happy is also equally important. You say that this moment is moment. This moment, once it is gone, it is not going to come back. So happy now, presently, forget about tomorrow, forget about past. But yeah, plan for future. So many ideas are there. But I tell everyone there, if there is a foggy mind, you have to start from today. And every day, what I do in the morning, I tell you, in the morning, 15 to 20 minutes, I sit in sunlight. Because that is also very important to make your brain important, because the vitamin D is also equally important for your brain. And as you progress, as you age, so many things are going to happen to your brain. 15 minutes in the sunlight, 15 minutes. Right now also I am sitting on a swinger. You must be seeing also. I sit over here and I take deep breathing and enjoy. Look at the sky and I enjoy and I take very deep breathing. Now, another way of this breathing, I tell you, is very important. Just, I think I'm taking more time, but I tell you the breathing, how you need to do. Normally, we inhale and then exhale. Now I do it differently. You exhale first and then inhale. Exhale, inhale. Not inhale, exhale. You try to do exhale, inhale, and you will have a different type of things. You will enjoy differently. Yes, you are exhaling and inhaling. You try sometime. It's a very new idea. Then one is stimulating breath. It is, I send one in between one audio. Stimulating. That in 1 minute, you have to do minimum 50 breaths. Very fast, half second means even and it stimulates your brain to very great extent if you do stimulating breathing. And that Devpol or somebody has mentioned very nicely, and that is the Indian style. So these are all the techniques. One must, even if you have cancer or no, but these things are all required, and it will definitely help everybody. But this is also, I am very happy to see 3 times they gave me paper. The first over, then say you can take another subject. I say, okay, I'll take another subject, then that is over. Now you take third subject, that is over. Today again it has come now, at least you do for January examination. So I'll do for January examination. These are all various way, suggested way, so that you will not be foggy. And do something every day new, something new. Like mic or one of my doctor friend always call me, something happens to his mic or his karaoke. At night yesterday he called me, hey, this is not working now, how I should do it. So I'll think, okay, why it is not done. And just, there's so many ways are there. We'll have discussion some other time, let other be given chance. See, I like so much, I am talking to, sometimes you may not be, but I am talking to Mehul's fathers and mothers now. They feel very happy. I feel very happy. I talked to his father and I told his father, because his father was not laughing. So I say, in Gujarati, very nice, Jara hasta ramta jivo jagat badlai jase. Sire boj laine farso jivan karmai jase. Haswa mate janam malyo che. Radwathi yesh kone malyo che. And at that time, he smiled, he laughed. And I could listen to his laugh. And his laugh made me so happy that at least I could make him laugh. So that will make you also happy. That will make also other person happy. His mother also talked to me a number of times. And we talk. Every day his mother will send me a message. Jai Bhagavan. And always I send him a message. Every day I send a message. So these are small things. But that will make you active. And that will also make your life active, enthusiastic, energetic.
Wow. Wow. We can see all the energy. Can you please translate that last part in English also?
Which one?
The Gujarati one.
Means you live life laughing. Laughter is an ornament given by God. Laughter is an ornament given by God. God never likes you crying. If you cry, God will say, don't come to me. I have given you birth for laughing also. If you want to cry, be away from me. If you want to tolerate, then only I will be with you. If you do not want to tolerate, then be away. I am against you. If you are not tolerating, then I'm not going to be with you. There is our Mahavir Bhagavan, he has 3. Mare dukh mapu nati, mare dukh apu nati, and mare dukh vavu nati. Dukh means unhappiness. But in Gujarati, it is what you say, Shabdanupras. So I don't want to give unhappiness to anybody. I don't want to be unhappy. I don't want to create unhappiness. I don't want to give unhappiness. And I don't want to measure unhappiness if anybody is giving it to me. So these are all small things. And that is very important. So there are very many authors who talk very nicely in Gujarati, in English also. So that is why somebody has sent me a poem, but that poem I sent you yesterday to Puja. It was excellent poem. If you read it, you feel very happy. So I thought that Puja also will be very happy. So I just changed it. It was on a different context, but I changed it. So if you read and if somebody is happy with your words, you also feel happy. Like you do so many things for others. So when other people are happy, you are also happy automatically. It's always a mutual process. Happiness is always contagious. If somebody comes to you with a happy mind, you will be happy. And somebody comes with a very unhappy mind, he will also make you unhappy and go. So better not to be with such people who make us unhappy. Anybody coming and smiling to you, definitely you will smile. Right?
Great. Yeah, thank you. I was just, I forgot what was the topic. Chemo brain. I was in this topic. Okay. Happiness, chemo brain. But
No, fogging of brain. How you can remove fogging of the brain, because this will happen to anybody, at everybody at some stage or other stage in their life. And this is bound to happen physiologically, psychologically, because there are a lot of tensions, pressures, stresses. So you will have to develop techniques so that your brain will be away from fogging.
Rajendra ji, can you please answer this question from Vikas ji? He's having chemotherapy and he says that the biggest problem during chemo is constipation. Due to constipation, the day doesn't start good note and it carries the throughout the day and has a cascading effect on the entire day activities.
Yes, there will be constipation or there will be diarrhea. One out either of these, there is a side effect. Constipation also is, but constipation is not much a problem. Let him understand. If there is a constipation, there is no problem. If there is a diarrhea, there is a problem. You have to take Lopamide immediately if there is a diarrhea. If there is a constipation, do not worry. The body will definitely, after maybe 2-3, if you may feel discomfort, then you have to take that medicine. That is some liquid is there, I plus or somebody, I forgot the name. But there is a liquid, you should take liquid. Otherwise, Natural X is a very nice thing. Natural X, let him take every day Natural X 2 spoonful. It's an orange flavor. Put it in the water and to take 2 days, and nothing bad will happen to him. It is very good. My doctor suggested when I was in the chemo, if at all you feel constipated, take Natural X every day. And another very important thing is that let him, he cannot do Kapalbhati or all these things, because what type of cancer he had?
Because you can speak. Yeah.
The GBM.
GBM. Yeah, brain cancer.
Brain cancer. Then there is no problem. He can do some Kapalbhati also later slowly, and you can put the stomach up and down. That is a Kapalbhati, helps a lot. Natural X helps a lot, and the constipation will definitely go. And if that also is a problem, then there is an enema. He can take once in a day. Enema.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was taking I was definitely taking, because I had a constipation. Then I was taking enema, because if your stomach means your belly is clean, your intestine is clean, then you feel happy. So this is very important. This also you should do. You have to have many technique to find out what is suitable for you. You know, one more very important thing for those who are taking chemo, Gauna Jwara, wheat Jwara, something like that. You remember? Or something wheat. Wheatgrass. Wheatgrass. Yeah, wheatgrass. I used to take wheatgrass in the morning. That was also very helpful to me. It was helping in my white cells improvement. 2 type of juices I was taking. One is wheatgrass and another is papaya pan. That is papaya. What you say? Papaya pan leaves juice. I used to take every day. This was helping me a lot. This wheatgrass juice was helping me a lot. And it was giving me strength, because what happens, because your white cell is going down drastically, you will feel you may not have any energy left. So 4 or 5 times I fell down so suddenly, because mine was 48 hours chemotherapy, Folfox I was taking, and it was so toxic. Doctor, and oxypitilin and Folfox both I was taking. So simultaneously I used to do this, because the doctor suggested you can take wheatgrass juice. That will be very helpful to you, and that was very helpful, and that will be helpful in this also, constipation also. That will remove your constipation. And again, the food what you are taking is very important. And another very important thing, when you eat, minimum 20 minutes you should sit. You chew the food properly, then chances of constipation will be less. But you must take 20 minutes, put a watch and take 20 minutes, then you will not have this constipation problem. Try it out.
Right. In fact, I am just connecting you and Saket. He was asking me about colon cancer survivors. So probably,
Saket, because he was introduced by me only in the group.
Sorry.
Huh? I only told him you join this group, and his wife has been talking to me regularly, and I have also connected him to one of the cancer specialists in Bangalore. One of my friend is a very good cancer specialist, Aditya, because his mother and me were working together in Indian Overseas Bank. So his wife is working in IOB, and I am also ex-IOB. So his wife also talked to me yesterday and was inquiring, because I told that there is going to be chemo, but she was telling there is no chemo. I said, no, certainly there will be chemo, because 34 lymph nodes were removed.
Okay.
So Saket, I talked to Saket also, and his wife Rani also, I talked to him. And I will talk to him. I am periodically calling him and talking to him. Just now I called, but his wife did not take the phone. Probably they must have taken chemo.
Right. He's in the circle also. He's here in the healing circle.
Yeah, I asked him to join also. And I say that you will definitely get a very good suggestion. And I gave your name also. Okay, you should join, so that all these things will be good for you. Yes.
Yeah, Mehul is saying that chemo brain is contagious. I forgot that you only introduced.
No, it's all okay. No, that's what when you say Saket, immediately I remember.
Hey, thank you, Rajendra ji, for sharing your amazing inputs on everything. And coming back to the topic of chemo brain, when we were all discussing, some of the tips day-to-day coping with chemo brain can help, as all of us have shared, exercising your brain with, like Rajendra ji is taking classes, do word puzzles, learn a new language, as he rightly said. He also mentioned about getting enough sleep and rest, which helps in chemo brain. And keep moving, which is regular physical activity, not only good for your body but also improves your mood, makes you feel more alert and decrease tiredness and fatigue. So even brisk walking or normal regular walking for half an hour every day, at least 5 days in a week, definitely helps. So maybe consciously we can try doing that. That will help us with mental wellness as well as physical wellness. Using daily planner, notebooks, reminder notes on your smartphone, that also helps a lot. And also at least doing one most demanding task at the time of the day when you feel your energy levels are the highest. So any task which is challenging, which is humongous for you, when your energy levels are very high, that time probably you can do that. And eating lots of green vegetables helps with that. And making a routine is very important, and following the same daily schedule is important here to help with this. And so like Tulji shared that I keep all my office related stuff at one place. So pick a certain place for commonly lost objects like keys or wallet or watch, etc. Try not to multitask. Divya, focus on one thing at a time. So pehle coffee pee ke fir call karna.
No, multitasking. You can do multitasking because human brain is designed that way. You can have a multitasker or multitask brain. Only man brain is only monotask. We cannot do more than one thing at a time. But a woman can do, I think you can see in the morning, a mother can do so many things simultaneously at the same time without forgetting anything, while a man cannot do one thing. If he can see the TV, then he can see TV. He cannot do any other thing. And this is, I think, God's given gift to women. So multitasking is good. Divya can do, no problem.
Yeah. And avoid alcohol and other agents. Ask for help when you need it. And track your memory problems. जो भी आपको लगता है कि okay, I'm forgetting particular kind of pattern, जो भी होता है उसको track करिए, and then you will see the improvements in that pattern. And try not to focus on how much these symptoms bother you. We acknowledge, we accept that, but then also we work on this, but not getting bothered by it और उससे stress नहीं लेना है. So I think these are the things which are helpful. Mehul, would you like to add anything here?
Yeah, definitely. Actually, whatever we discussed today, it's very right and correct. But the main issue here is that to recognize that there is a chemo brain, because it's a slow process, right? एक दिन में chemo brain नहीं आता. It starts developing slowly. Like by the time you realize that, yeah, this is different. It's not me. I am not like this. You are into that chemo brain. So I would like to, advise people going through treatment that this might happen. So don't panic. And it's the caregivers should especially know about it. Like, okay, we are expecting this to happen. So yeah, we should talk to people about this and let them know. More of chemo brain articles in the group and everything can help spread awareness on it.
Right.
बाकी तो कुछ कर नहीं सकते. And again, as I always said, there are two sides of story. So chemo brain, it's not good for something, but take advantage of the other thing. Like I take, if you forget something, it's not my fault. Chemo brain, so just laugh it out.
Yeah.
But we need to let people know that there is something like this.
Right.
Dimple, one more suggestion I give you now. One more small suggestion. Right now in a winter, the palak, that is spinach, is very good. Every day one should take juice, palak juice, morning and afternoon. That will be good for constipation. You can add people also in, Loki also in. I am taking this juice and I tell you my problem of constipation has gone and I have very regular now. So this palak juice in this season is excellent. It is full of fiber, full of nutrients. So everyone should try to take.
And if you like, even radish is good. मूली is also very good for constipation.
Yes,
अगर मूली पसंद है तो घिसी हुई मूली खाइए नींबू डाल के, तो मूली का वो जो बादीपन होता है वो निकल जाता है. मूली is very good for constipation. People don't eat मूली, but मूली का पत्ता is very good for constipation, especially in this season.
Okay.
Yeah, I add मूली पत्ता also in palak.
Okay.
Yeah. मूली is very good. बट वो लोग नहीं खाते हैं क्योंकि वो घर में लाते ही काटो तो उसकी बदबू फैलती है. बट देन वो बदबू छोड़ देनी, सोचना नहीं चाहिए. मूली उसका अचार बना के खाइए. मूली और चने का अचार जो बनता है नॉर्थ में, दैट रियली इट गिव्स टेस्ट आल्सो टू माउथ बिकॉज देयर इज नॉट मच मसाला इन इट. जस्ट नमक हल्दी होता है, धूप में रखो, राई का प्रिया डालो उसमें, बहुत बढ़िया अचार बन जाता है. और मूली भी गुड है बिकॉज दैट इज प्रोटीन. काबुली चना डालते हैं उसमें, सो दैट गिव्स अ वेरी गुड टेस्ट टू द माउथ आल्सो.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, Vikas ji, you want to share something?
Yeah, ma'am, what Dr. Anu just said, Muli, yes, I have tried that. Also, I have tried taking one pear empty stomach in the morning, and that has helped me on two, three different occasions. That by afternoon, my stomach got cleared. The third thing which I found recently is taking amaltas. Amaltas is the tree which gets the yellow flowers. So, उसका जो फली होता है, जो fruit होता है, say take some part of that fruit and take about 10 to 15 grams of the pulp which is there inside the fruit. Soak it overnight in some lukewarm water, and in the morning have it. And today morning when I had that, immediately, say within 1 hour to 1.5 hours, I had to rush to the washroom, and my stomach got cleared. So these are the things we keep trying, and this is how we're just learning and how to get over this constipation. And what Rajendra ji said about natural X, I do take lactulose, but that is somehow over a period of time is not remaining that effective.
Yeah.
I take the 20 ml of lactulose every day in the night before going to bed, but somehow it's not becoming effective. So I've tried other means of Muli. Yes, I've heard what Dr. Anu said. I've tried pear, I've tried amaltas. So these all things are working. So slowly adding on to my inventory of things which can be tried for constipation. Thank you, ma'am, and thank you, Rajendra ji. Thank you, sir.
And as Rajendra said, enema also helps. People do it with maybe lukewarm water, or they sometimes add a few drops of lemon. I usually do it with coffee enema. There's a special coffee only used for enema, and whenever I do it, I feel great because it just clears all the impurities and toxic substances. So, and it's not the regular coffee what we drink, it's a different coffee only made for enema. So that can also be tried, but don't do it or don't overdo it. Maybe, once in a while that can be done. So that also helps a lot. I have shared 2 YouTube links for coffee enema. So you can learn it, how to do it. And but thank you everyone for the amazing inputs, and thank you Mehul and Divya for bringing out the most important topic of chemo brain, because हम सभी experience करते हैं, and it's important to talk and share what helped you. So I was just reading the top websites for this, like NCCN and ACS, American Cancer Society, and everything. And when you all were sharing that, I saw that everything is there, or it's the experience of all of us, which was exactly matching the tips and the symptoms of chemo brain, what can we do at home, some therapies, etc., etc. So it's important to do it very mindfully and consciously कि हाँ मुझे करना है ऐसा, और फिर वो धीरे धीरे आपकी हैबिट बन जाती है, जैसे वो दिव्या की हैबिट बन गई है. So great. And I think planner, notes, calendar, it all any which way helps us in making a routine, a schedule, and इतना मतलब मुझे लगता है इतना दिमाग में इतना सब कुछ क्यों रखना, इतनी सारी चीजें चलती है, तो थोड़ी बहुत चीजें हम वी कैन यूज टेक्नोलॉजी टू डू दैट. इवन आई डू दैट फॉर एवरीथिंग, एंड वंस इट बिकम्स अ पार्ट ऑफ द हैबिट देन यू डोंट नीड टू कीप अ कैलेंडर ऑफ इट. So but to form that habit we need a constant reminder. So great. Thank you so much everyone for sharing the amazing experiences, and Rajendra ji for bringing so much of happiness in the group. Yeah, and thanks Mehul. Yeah.
So this
only
shows
one more
today-
suggestion. Sorry.
नहीं बोलो राजन भाई.
अरे बोलिए यार मेहुल जी.
No, so I was saying that this shows today's session that we don't need a topic. We can just gather on Sunday morning. I mean Sunday morning for me, Sunday evening, and then just go on talking. We don't need a topic to start a conversation. It's so nice.
Yeah, it is. And,
Very true, very true.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Rajendra ji.
No, I wanted to tell. I see Divya's video is so nicely. She has prepared all her memory. I wanted all cancer patients to prepare a diary. And there is one very good application in Android that is called Diaro. So all every day's photo or whatever it is there, you put it over there and subsequently make a film like Divya's film. Divya may not be knowing, but I have sent it to so many people and they were so happy seeing the film because her typical way of smiling and then bald hair, face and all these things. So many people have enjoyed. So everyone should make, and at the later stage of their life, they will definitely enjoy this thing and will become happy. So everyone should do. Diaro is a very good application in Android. Let everybody download it.
Okay, thank you. And I've just shared link of Dr. Anu's मूली के अचार का रेसिपी. So उसका मैंने भी लिंक डाला है, तो आप सब लोग वहाँ से देख सकते हैं. And I'm just sharing her pickle photo also. So it looks very yummy. So thank you.
It is very yummy.
Yeah, and thank you.
I just made it this time after a long time, so I know it is very yummy. मेरी माँ की याद आई उसमें से.
आपके घर से बहुत पास में है.
आ जाओ. अभी नहीं, मैं कलकत्ता से वापस आऊंगी, फिर आओ थर्सडे के बाद. I will surely share it with you.
Anu ma'am is very enthusiastic. I like seeing the way in which she talks. And energetic pronunciation and all these things, really good, excellent.
Wow,
thank you.
आपने मुझे थैंक करना चाहिए राजेंद्र भाई, क्योंकि I keep taunting her every time. आप आते नहीं हो सेशन में, आते नहीं हो करके.
आज एक्चुअली I just went through and I saw मेहुल आने वाला, इसके लिए मैंने लॉगिन किया, नहीं तो मैं बोला क्या पता मैसेज आ जाएगा कल. सोचा अभी शादी के लिए तैयार होना है मुझे. नीचे हॉल में सब तैयार है लोग, मैं अभी जाऊंगी आराम से.
मेहुल मुझे भी जाना है. तुम्हारे लिए मैंने आया कि मेहुल का टॉक है तो मैंने इन बिटवीन, क्योंकि मुझे अभी जाने का है, लेकिन मेरे को नहीं है. मेहुल का है तो आप जाना आज.
अरे मेहुल एक लाइन गाना जरूरी है आज. हम लोग दोनों मेहुल वन लाइन. वन लाइन.
हम होंगे कामयाब, हम होंगे कामयाब, हम होंगे कामयाब एक दिन.
पूरा है विश्वास, हम होंगे
कामयाब एक दिन.
Thank you.
Oh wow, thank you everyone for making it a lovely, wonderful, amazing, beautiful.
I just read a message from, क्या पढ़ा मैंने, कहा welcome to, मुझे ना I have come first time to Kolkata, I don't know anything here, so I am dependent on my host. प्रणब बसु जी ने लिखा है मुझे. हाँ जी.
Right.
And I love the way the Bengalis pronounce my name is Onu. So I'm hearing it daily since last 2 days. और आज भी मैं अभी पूरा सब लोग, the moment I enter, they say Onu. It's lovely. People are really very sweet, like the Sandesh which is there. And I'm waiting to eat that. उनकी जो एक ice cream होती है, I forgot the name. वो खाने का रास्ता देख रही हूँ.
मिष्टी दोई.
नहीं, not Mishti Doi is dahi. There is one Nolan Gur ice cream. It is made from khajur ka gur and it is amazing. Nolan Gur ice cream. Mr. Basu Gai, kya he will pronounce it well. I don't know to pronounce it.
I will.
They have that.
Pranab ji?
Pranab ji will pronounce it so well.
He's here.
Nolan Gur ice cream.
Nolan Gur.
See.
Can you? Nolan good.
Nolan,
Can you hear?
yes, I'm waiting. Yes.
Great. Thank you. Enjoy your time in
Can
Calcutta.
you?
Thank you, everyone.
Am I audible?
Yes, we heard you. Thank you, everyone, for coming together to discuss this important topic of chemo brain, chemo fog, or जिस भी तरीके से हम इसे बोलें. And it's always a pleasure to host this space for all of us. I look forward to Sunday every weekday, every weekend. Ki what's special this time, and every time it's very unique. Don't much plan for it because the beauty is going with the flow. And I always see that yes, the topic is this, but let's see how it evolves, because there's so many different experiences in different parts of this world which we all have gone through, and the beauty is when we just share with each other what we have experienced, and that's the beauty of Healing Circle. So thank you once again, really grateful to host this every Sunday, and thank you all the members for being a part of it. I have written to Michael Lerner, who is our mentor, who started Healing Circle 20 years back. Yesterday only I wrote to him that he's 77, had undergone a major surgery a few weeks ago. And I was telling him how it is evolving, and he was feeling wonderful that it's great the way it is taking shape and the way it is connecting all of us. हम लोग बहुत लोग मिले नहीं हैं अभी तक आपस में, लेकिन yet the connection is very strong, it's very deep. And the way all we come together, it's not just these people, we all जिनको help मिल रही है, इससे many others who look forward to this, listen to this, read the article, listen to the podcast, or go to the YouTube कि इस बार क्या discuss हुआ था. So because we all know कि okay, किसी भी चीज का treatment क्या है, but then the experience कहाँ से लाएंगे हम, कि किसका क्या experience रहा है उस disease को लेके, उस treatment को लेके, chemo brain को लेके या constipation को लेके. Yes, I know ये medicine लेनी है, but then it stops working for me. So what do I do next? And that's where we learn from each other, because this is what the integrative medicine or integrative oncology is all about. We learn from each other's experiences and we go for the best practices, what helps us. So thank you so much once again. See you in the next Healing Circle. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks, Mehul, Devya, everyone.